In this video, I am going to be answering the question, what happens if the petitioner violates the restraining order? My name is Veronica. I'm a domestic violence defense attorney here in California, and I help people put their cases behind them so that they can enjoy their lives and their freedom. So let's dive right into this so you can have the answer once and for all. So number one, the petitioner cannot violate the restraining order. It is impossible, because restraining orders are a one-way street. It prohibits the respondent from taking certain action, from contacting the petitioner. It doesn't prohibit the petitioner from doing anything. And this applies to every type of restraining order in the state of California. It applies to criminal protective orders, temporary restraining orders, domestic violence restraining orders, emergency protective orders. There's nothing stopping the protected person from contacting the respondent. It is not a crime for the petitioner to do so. It's not illegal in any way. Number two, even if the petitioner contacts you, you are not allowed to respond to the petitioner. So if the petitioner is texting you, I'm really sorry, I want to get back together, and you're thinking, well, hey, maybe they'll drop the whole restraining order and then I will be free and clear. It is actually a crime if you respond back. You can't do it. And if this person filed a restraining order against you, how much do you trust them? I mean, either what they wrote in the documents were true and there is some sort of abuse here, or they made this whole thing up to get what? I mean, there are all kinds of ulterior motives, but you cannot trust this person. Again, I know I'm a lawyer, I'm not a relationship advisor, but come on, this is a pretty extreme thing. You go to the courts, you file something against the other person, maybe get them kicked out of their house, they can't see their kids. If the judge grants the domestic violence restraining order at the hearing, then it will go on their record, maybe mess up their future employment opportunities, mess up their ability to find housing. I mean, someone who does this has done something really dirty. They've gone too far, and I don't think that you can trust them. But getting back to the point, it is a violation. If they knock on your door, you are not allowed to answer it. If you're out at a restaurant and they show up, you have to leave. Unfortunately, you have to take it to go. If they call you on the phone, you can't answer the phone because you are prohibited from contacting them. Number three, if the protected party contacts you, make sure that you document it as much as possible. If you have, for example, if there's a temporary restraining order and there's a domestic violence restraining order hearing coming up, it's usually about 3 weeks out, then make sure that you gather evidence of text messages, of phone calls, of whatever it may be, and make sure that you present that to the judge. It does not mean that the restraining order will be dismissed. It does not mean that you will automatically win. But it may make the judge wonder, hey, if this person is so scared of the respondent, then why are they contacting him or her? Right? Why would they be knocking on his door? Why would they be texting, I love you, I'm sorry for everything? Now make sure that you are as prepared as possible for your hearing, of course. If you are going to be representing yourself, I teach a course on how to win your restraining order hearing. It's called Defeat the DVRO. That's something you're interested in, you can find a link in the description box below that has your free first class. Now, okay, let's say that this is a criminal matter, and I've seen this a lot too. I primarily handle domestic violence criminal cases, and many times the alleged victim, who at first was the one calling the police, asking for the emergency protective order, going and talking to the DA, now has a change of heart and starts contacting my client. What I want to do is keep a record of all of that and make sure that you give that to your attorney, and I want to show the DA. Hey, look, the victim has been inconsistent. If this situation was really as bad as she claimed, and it can be he too, but most commonly she, then why would she be contacting him? And again, that's not a slam dunk. It doesn't mean that the case will be dismissed, but it can definitely help when I'm negotiating with the DA. And of course, if the case is going to go to trial, then I can definitely use that against the alleged victim when they're testifying. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have a domestic violence criminal case that you are looking for help for, you can find a link to book a consultation with my team down below. And if you are thinking about representing yourself, again, for your restraining order hearing, make sure you go to defeatthedvro.com. You're going to find a lot more information there in a very organized and concise manner versus whatever you're going to find on YouTube, including on my channel. And if you did find it helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell.